uniforms too. I'm a prisoner, and you're a prisoner too, Mr. Jailer. Oh, I have fears, and you have fears too. I will die, but you self go die too. Life is beautiful, don't you think so too, Mr. Jailer? I'm talking to you, Jailer. Stop calling me a prisoner. Let he who is without sin be the first to cast a stone, Mr. Jailer. Mr. Jailer, man, you oppressed, hey, all my strategies, and you oppressed, whoa, every part of me. What you don't know is you're a victim too, Mr. Jailer. Oh, you don't care about my point of view. If I die, another will work for you. So you treat me like a modern slave, Mr. Jailer. I'm talking to you, Jailer. Stop calling me a prisoner. Let he who is without sin be the first to cast a stone, Mr. Jailer. Mr. Jailer, man. Hey. Ooh, oh, hey. You see, if you're walking in a marketplace, don't throw stones. And even if you do, you just might hit one of your own. Life is not about your policies all the time, so you better rearrange your philosophy and be good to your fellow man. Hey, if you're walking in a marketplace, don't throw stones. Even if you do, you just might hit one of your own. Life is not about your policies all the time, so you better rearrange your philosophies and be good to your fellow man, Jailer.
The majestic Nigeria, we hail thee. What an amazing rendition on a beautiful day like this, just a day after we had our town hall special on Weekend Deal. Nigerians, they have something unshaken about them, and it is their tenacity. Millions of Nigerians wake up daily with the can-do spirit, just like today.
And of course, Thelma, today we honor not just our patriotic and resilient spirit, but the people whose everyday courage and action keeps Nigeria moving forward.
And yes, we face challenges, but the determination keeps us going, and the hope of many Nigerians all over the world.
And that is what this show is all about, recognizing the struggles, yet lifting up the promise of better or brighter tomorrow. My name is Suleiman Babajia Usman. Welcome to Weekend Deal.
And indeed, it's an amazing celebration of Nigeria's spirit of resilience and great unshaken unity. Welcome to Weekend Deal. Indeed, we hail this great country, Nigeria. My name is Thelma Obaze. We're ready for you, but
folks took me inside and outside and walking in the light. They used me, abused. They took so much from me. Whoa, inside and outside and walking in the light. But I'm bold like a lion. I'm gentle like a dove. Oh, inside and outside, I'm walking in the light. Oh, yes, I'm bold like a lion. I'm gentle like a dove. Oh, inside and outside, I'm walking in the light. I didn't have no peace. You made me cry so many nights. Oh, inside and outside, I'm walking in the light. You took advantage of my gentleness, and you wore me out. Oh, inside and outside, and walking in the light. Oh, but I'm bold like a lion. I'm gentle like a dove. Oh, inside and outside, I'm walking in the light. Oh, yes, I'm bold like a lion, and I'm gentle like a dove. Oh, inside and outside, I'm walking in the light. I am bold, I am woman, and I am full and I'm divine. I am sensual and I am perfect. When I feel weak, I say I'm strong. I am tender, but I ain't frail. I am deep, I'm not a little shallow. I am real. I could be fake, but I let the real take the stake. And I am proud and I am humble. I am love and I am never hate. Oh, I am sun, I am light. I give, I never did take. Constantly in doubt of if I'm ever enough for it. I'm not even close, or will I reach my dreams? Or baby, I'm much too close. If I'm living just like you, or not even at all, oh, should I be more like me? But who am I? Oh, I'm bold like a lion, and I am gentle like a dove. Inside and outside, I'm walking in the light. Oh, yes, I'm bold like a lion, and I am gentle like a dove. Oh, inside and outside, I'm walking in the light. I'm walking in the light. I'm walking into the light. Hey, hey. Ooh. I'm walking in the light. I'm walking in the light. I'm walking in the light. Ooh, hey. I'm walking in the light. Oh, yes, I'm bold like a lion, and I am gentle like a dove. Oh, inside and outside, I'm walking in the light. Oh, yes, I'm bold like a lion, and I am gentle like a dove. Oh, inside and outside, I'm walking in the light. I'm walking in the lights.
Beautiful one there by Jessica Dogun, aka Majestic. And of course, that very collaboration that we've been talking about, I know one of these will certainly have it, but I love her attitude,
vibrant energy.
Exactly. So it's
nice.
Just a wonderful, setup. And of course, today it's all about Nigeria. We healthy, of course, that's our thematic thrust on the show today. But yesterday we celebrated an icon. Yes, we celebrated his 84th birthday. Someone who had power yet relinquished it easily just for the peace and progress of this nation. Somebody who has been described as the father of Nigeria's modern democracy, General Abubakar Abdulsalam. Of course, he had his book launch yesterday. And of course, there's no way we can talk about, our return to democracy without referencing him. And of course, this background report will tell us more about our journey so far.
For decades, Nigeria's political story was shaped by military rule, coup, uncertainty, and interrupted democracy dreams. From independence in 1960 through years, Nigerians longed for a government chosen by the people. But in 1999, there came a national rebirth. The restoration of civilian authority, a new democratic era filled with hope. The 1999 elections were more than a political exercise. For many Nigerians, casting a vote represented freedom. Former military head of state Olusegun Obasanjo emerged as a leading presidential candidate under the People's Democratic Party. On May 29, 1999, Nigeria officially entered the Fourth Republic. This marked a defining national moment.
Nigeria have made their choice. I am humbled by the fact that I, Olusegun Obasanjo, am that choice.
The return of democracy changed Nigeria's political landscape. It revived democratic institutions and renewed the people's voice in governance. For many citizens, there was excitement and optimism. From one administration to another, every democratic transition in Nigeria carries symbolic importance. Despite its challenges, which is not peculiar, Nigeria's uninterrupted democratic journey since 1999 remains one of the longest civilian periods in the nation's history.
Having a democracy that has survived 27 years down the line, that's a big plus for the country Nigeria. It's still a growing democracy if you compare it to other nations of the world that have sustained this system. And I think we should applaud ourselves as Nigerians. We are not perfect. And I believe within the next 10 years, if certain things are put in place, Nigeria would be better with democracy than we have ever been.
Following the annulment of the freest and fairest presidential election in 1993, Nigeria officially changed its Democracy Day from May 29 to June 12 in 2018. This is to honor Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola of blessed memory, who won the election that was annulled by the then military government. Nigeria's democratic story is still being written as the journey continues, and its future lies in the hands of every citizen.
Fantastic and enlightening package there by Jane, reminding us that to love your nation is to be the patriot that all of us aspire to be. You know, there's no reason to do anything but good for this great country, Nigeria. It was good to remind ourselves of our heroes who fought physically and literally to ensure that democracy has run uninterrupted for the last 27 years. Good thing, we have the son of one of the most amazing people that Nigeria is remembering today. He's here with us in the studio alongside another guest. It gives me great pleasure, in fact, it's an honor to welcome to Weekend Deal today the Shetima Rashid of Borno, Special Advisor to the President on Linguistics and Foreign Matters, in the person of Alhaji Jamiu Abiola, the son of the late Moshood Kashimawo Abiola. His profile is now.
Welcome to Weekend Deal. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much.
All right, joining him, we have Dr. Joachim Ibeziako. He's a nationalist of someone who is paying close attention to the progress and development of Nigeria. Let's see his profile.
You're welcome to Weekend Deal once again, Dr. Joachim.
Thank you.
Great to keep your company, especially as we celebrate democracy in Nigeria. Well, we want to go to the streets first before we start our talk here in the studio. And Caps has been busy. Views on the street as we hail Nigeria. What are our patriots saying out there? Capsy, please share.
What makes Nigeria special to you?
What makes Nigeria special to me? Well, Nigeria is a great country. We have so many resources, and thanks to God, our government is coming up. What makes Nigeria special to me is due to the fact that we don't give up easily. Even though with the hard governance and everything, we still try our best to strive, try our best to improve and do our things well. Try our best to work harder to build our nation, even though we are lacking in resources. But we are trying our best to improve our nation. That will make Nigeria special to me. And I'm glad to be a citizen of Nigeria.
What made Nigeria special are the people that fought for independence and they created Nigerians. So that is why I'm part of Nigeria, and today I'm happy to be Nigeria.
One of the things that makes Nigeria special to me is our culture and our food, because I'm a chef. I'm very particular about food, the diversity in our food, the diversity in our culture. I feel like it makes it beautiful. It makes Nigeria special to us, that even when you move around, I was not staying in Abuja before. I came in from Abuja and I realized that we are very beautiful because we are different. So I feel like what makes us beautiful, what makes us special is that we are different in our cultures and we can still come together and work.
How special is the Nigerian food to other countries?
The Nigerian food is very unique. The blend of our spices, the blend of our natural ingredients that we have. Sometimes, even when it comes to one aspect of food I love when I want to talk about Nigerian food is Afrofusion. How you can achieve some of those pictorial stuffs that you see online about other foods with the ingredients that we have here. That's what we call Afrofusion. So I feel like the Nigerian food is very beautiful, is very interesting, very amazing.
Anyway, we have a good land. You understand? For anything in Nigeria, everything in Nigeria. You understand, ba? So all this while they suffer, we're not supposed to suffer for Nigeria because they have everything.
The only thing I do like about my country is we are good. Our natural resources, we have it.
What defines the Nigerian spirit?
What defines the Nigerian spirit is our resilience, our ability to excel even in tough situations.
Is that all? Like, you don't have any example for us? Maybe you don't have anything to tell us?
I know Nigerians giving their best to what they do, whether good or bad. They are good at what they do.
What defines it for me is the diversity, actually. I'm from River State, where I grew up. I actually came here to work, so I see how different people, the unity in diversity, actually. So I see how different people communicate with others. I see how different tribes have to come together, working in the same space, and not having, it doesn't even look as if you're a different person. So there's a spirit, even when we're different, we speak different languages, but we can still bond together.
The diversity of despite the fact that we are different, we have different cultures, different religions, we are together, we are united.
How strong is the Nigerian spirit in you?
No, at this level, I'm not, I don't look at in any way, because I know that in Nigeria we can achieve a lot. Other countries that you are looking out for were built by people. So we also have a duty to build Nigeria. If we run away from Nigeria, how will Nigeria be built? How are our children going to survive? If you go to other countries, you still be looked at as a foreigner. and there's a way they treat you. It's just that the only area we're having issues now is in the area of leadership. If we can tidy the issue of leadership, we will be on course.
Interesting views from the street there, divergent, views. And of course, we know some people talk about our resilient spirit, our can-do spirit, celebrating our culture, our diversity. But we have our guest here with us in the studio to talk further about this. But let's pick up from the last statement made by the respondent there, that our only challenge, the problem we need to face is leadership. Do we have leadership challenge in Nigeria, most especially since our return to democracy in 1999?
When we returned to democracy in 1999, we have had different, leaders. At some times, we did have leadership problems in Nigeria, but this current leadership in Nigeria, that Nigeria is not just the federal government. So there's a federal government, a state government, federalism. So it depends on the leadership you're talking about. But if it's the leadership of the federal government, meaning that the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Senate president, and the Chief Justice of the Federation, the federal government, we have good leadership in Nigeria. The problem someone like that has is that he's not looking at the facts. And again, I understand why some people can be like that. There are two kinds of people. Some people, when they're disappointed, they're disappointed all the way. No matter what you do, they would always look at it like, this is not going to work out. It's like a lot of times people have put their trust in leaders in Nigeria, and leaders have disappointed them. Now, the disappointment, I will not say that most of these leaders are just bad people. The problem is that they never actually solve the problem. For example, if somebody has a problem, it's good to go to the real source of the problem and not the symptoms. You can't come and meet me now and tell me that you have cancer, then I'm giving you Panadol. I'm going to have to go into the real therapy if I want to save your life. This leadership could have actually come in May 2023 and gone on with the fuel subsidy, gone on with the multiple foreign exchange rates, and borrowed money from abroad, and everybody will say, oh yeah, things are not as bad, things are okay, and at the end of the day, the problem will keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
So are you saying it's all about, managing strands of expectations from people?
Managing expectations and appreciating efforts that are made. It's like a man or a child, he sees his father going out every day, working hard, and coming back in the night and tired, and every day he's complaining. It's going to be more or less dampening the morale of his father. We as citizens, I'm not asking people to just accept whatever government says. All I'm asking is for people to look at the facts. The fact is that no country can move from a situation of disruption to stability by ignoring the fact that they cannot continue to do what they cannot afford to do. A leadership is not a leadership that looks at the political advantage of an action, but looks at the long-term advantage. It doesn't make any sense for people to use their resources of today and tomorrow, the resources of tomorrow to finance today. So we have a leadership that was bold enough, unlike other presidents in Nigeria, to say we are going to show Nigerians the real balance sheet.
Okay.
To know where we are so that we can start building from reality and not from a fiction. That's why the government took the step it took. But someone like this that said we have a leadership problem, he doesn't understand that, and that's why he will say what he's saying.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Alhaji Jamiu Abiola. Let me talk with you, Dr. Joachim. If we go to the streets again, where Kapsi, our dear sister, spent some time listening to Nigerians, because to have an enabling environment, we have the followership and leadership must be in tandem. Some have spoken of a gap. We are looking now, is the supposed gap, is it impacting the level of patriotism? We often say east, west, north, south, home is best. Every Nigerian takes pride in having a country such as this. So where is the feeling, where is that lack of patriotism coming up, if at all, to the extent that some people feel that the impact of our leadership is not being felt directly by them. Dr. Joaquin, please take us through.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, when we look at the disconnect, I'll call it a disconnect between the people and the leadership. You see, a leader cannot really exist without followership, people following the leader. Yes, he's taking a walk, he's merely taking a walk. So when we listen to what is happening, and people said, our problem of Nigeria is leadership. And when you talk about political leadership, we're not talking about maybe there are leadership in the home.
Yes, like in the workplace, in the community.
We're talking about political leadership. The problem is that political leadership is often comes to office through an election. And when citizens feel the election was not properly conducted, or there were gaps, the information still lacking that needs to be clearly explained to people, it brings a credibility problem. So this is something the government should pay attention to, because you continue to create disconnect when there are maybe accusations, something has gone wrong, everybody on the street is talking about it, and government is not responding to it. You know, public opinion matters. Let government respond to some of those things and put clarity. If there is need to do an investigation, set up the appropriate committees to investigate those things and publish the result, the report, so that people can know about it. Okay, look at the last election that happened in Nigeria. They said there was a technical glitch. Technical glitch have not been up to now properly explained to Nigerians. So it needs to be explained so that people understand that there was really a technical glitch. But when these things are not explained, people, it continue to disconnect the people from their city, from the people from their leadership. You know. So, and when you look at the Nigerian context, there is a lot of burden on the government to always prioritize information and clarification for the people, because an informed citizenship will be able to help government to understand where it is really going wrong and where it needs to do serious work. But when
help government understand, how do you mean? Will there be face-to-face meets? Will there be town hall meetings like we had yesterday?
Now you went to the street. And it's not vetted. Is the raw information you got, the raw data you got. They said the problem is leadership. So you can further interrogate it and find out why that is the case. This is what you are doing by bringing us here now to talk about it. So leadership in that context, when you talk with people, not just like you did on the street, but there are other ways that you can pull public opinion and get to know what people are saying. Respond to it. It's a very sensitive information. It's a way government can gauge the mood of the nation. But when the government behaves as if the mood of the nation doesn't matter, you know, there's always this stakeholder engagement. Do a genuine stakeholder, not a scam. A genuine stakeholder engagement, so that people can engage with you and tell you their mind. You know, so I know we do, like some of the projects we have in Nigeria at various levels. They say stakeholders engagement, or you have government engaging primarily with also political leaders, members of their parties.
But you know that not everybody can go and engage with government at all levels. So they have to be people who are credible and who are leaders of civil societies. Isn't that the way it is normally done? Yes,
that is where but we have to sanitize the stakeholder engagement we do, so that we can get the right information from it. Because when we have stakeholder information doctored, often it is doctored. So you see, it becomes difficult to get what you want. Let people speak, understand what they say. Even the election, when they do election, you allow the election to run free and fair. It's a reflection of public mood. We'll learn from it.
But you know that of all the comments that were made, like 9 or 10 people spoke. You just picked just one. About 9 other people spoke. Right there on the streets. And many had endearing, nice, patriotic things to say about our country, Nigeria. Did you listen?
Yes, I did. Yeah, Nigeria is a very beautiful country. We love the country. We also love the charisma of our leaders. But we want them to do more. We want them to do more.
So one thing I actually take away from this is the fact that, for me, this is also a stakeholder engagement, because you are here speaking your mind, just like many Nigerians will do. And then I believe that those concerned that are in position of power to take decision, whether in the private or public sector, are quite listening to you. But staying with you, do you think we are too negative about this country? as Nigerians?
Yes, there is the tendency for Nigeria, because people come with their various experiences. People have experiences of what happened to them, maybe in the workplace, or maybe where they come from. There are a lot of issues, because we tend to politicize a lot of things, and the people who are, are not in the mainstream of politics feel that they have been left behind. So people come with that baggage, that burden. They carry it, and you see negativity. But you see, Nigerians, it's not difficult to win in Nigeria, win him around. You know, he turns around easily if he gets to understand what actually is happening, or what happened. You know, when you let the Nigerian know that he's also important, that he's a great stakeholder in what is going on, he will give you his full support. But when people are just you left behind, it becomes people feel they become negative. You will not say, because maybe these people did not give me 5% or 25% of the votes. You expected it, and maybe you eventually come to power. But you now have a mandate to rule everybody. You should be able to show them that I'm a leader that includes everyone, and not to pay them back in their own coin because they didn't vote for you. Those people will always be negative, and a lot of other people, they will have sympathizers. We will sympathize with them. So, but Nigeria has a lot of potentials, great potentials. It's a lovely country. We are here helping to build this country, and we know that we'll succeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Joachim. Alhaji Jamiu, on Friday was June 12. June 12 now is recognized in Nigeria, on the continent, in the world, as a Democracy Day for a very special reason. When June 12 comes, you know, what, being a direct descendant of Chief Kashimawo and Alhaja Kudirata Abiola, what message are you utilizing on that day, and directly that Nigerians be impacted with a special message that you and others of your ilk can bring forth?
Well, what we want people to do and think about during June 12th, initially when it happened, it was a shock, it was a disaster, and of course, and people started, you know, coming up with all kinds of interpretations and versions of June 12th, and that's why in 2015 I wrote a book, The President Will Never Rule, to set the record straight and let people understand what really happened in June 12th. And I wrote another book called The Stolen Presidency, 2 books, 2015, 2016, and those books are in Amazon. So I made it clear all that happened and why it happened. So we've put that aside, and I gave copies to people for free, thousands of copies I gave late President Buhari and the former Vice President Shibajo and so many other governors and everyone. So now that June 12 has been accepted as Democracy Day, I want us to now focus on the positive aspect of June 12. I don't want us to be thinking always about the negative, because if we keep doing that, we're not going to gain what we're supposed to gain from June 12. Already, as Mr. President said on Friday, we've had 27 unbroken years of democracy. So this is the longest democratic period, and this is a tribute partly to June 12, and of course the efforts of other people that were not even involved in June 12. As Mr. President said, some people in the military also helped to make the transition possible. So I want us to look at the positive angle of June 12. So the message I have personally for people on June 12 now is that they should remember that that day it was a Muslim ticket, and in the southeast of the country, the vice presidential candidate was the the Biafra CBN governor, Sylvester Ugo, and yet almost more than 40% of people from the southeast voted for my father, voted for a Muslim ticket. So I want Nigerians to know that it is possible for us as a country to look beyond ethnic, look beyond religion, and to vote for people we think are competent. We should not allow ourselves to be used by people that want to divide the country and split the country indirectly, because if we keep going the way we are going, I mean, if we allow politicians to keep, you know, planting the seed of discord, you know, based on ethnic lines, we're going to be like people that are in a forced marriage, and we're not going to get the best out of this country. We might not divide, but we will not get to the potential of this country. So my message on June 12 now is, let's set aside the negative aspect of June 12. Let's focus, let's zoom in on this particular area. And that's why me, for example, I mean, I speak Igbo, I speak Fulani, I speak Kanuri, you know, I speak Hausa. I even speak Hausa better than Yoruba, and I'm a Yoruba man. I mean, I want to force myself to actually learn the language of the people of Nigeria, so I can go into any community and send this same message that even though I'm a Yoruba man, don't look at me like that, look at me as a Nigerian. And I want Nigerians to reflect on this. You know, initially I'd learned almost 8 international languages till I told myself that why am I learning German, Japanese, French, Italian, when I can learn my own language of my own people. And I felt bad about it.
Your next task is to learn Nupe.
Okay.
Trust me, because we are definitely going to accommodate you, give you some time. You know, personally, I will be your teacher.
No, perfect. You know, I mean, and you know, funny enough, Nupe is not just Niger State. I just met somebody from Kwara, and he told me that it's in Nupe, and I'm like, wow, you people are like almost like Fulanis. Then you people are moving around, and that's exactly the spirit we want Nigerians to adopt. So that's my message for June 12th.
Yes.
Interesting
Nigeria
message.
is one.
I am not being biased when I say Nigeria. Sorry, Nupe is actually one of the number one language in Nigeria, maybe. Anyways, so I know this can-do spirit of Nigeria is something that is in us. Wherever we are, you can always identify a Nigeria when you see one. And some people say in Nigeria, survivor is a profession. You understand? Because no matter what happens, you will always find a means to survive. Now, we shift our focus to the informal sector, and we're heading straight to Aba. It will interest you that the informal sector actually accounts for about 58% of the country's GDP, employing over 98% of the country's population, or rather workforce. Let's take this about story where we meet ordinary Nigerians who are making effort to stay afloat.
In Aba, Abia State, fashion and design is one of the areas where the people have carved their niche, engaging not only as a means for daily bread, but also turn them into employers of labor, producing for both local and international markets. Mr. Ude Amai and Mr. DK Ugoji are among the successful tailors in Aba, notable for their diligence, perseverance, and consistency.
I started this designing business at my university level. We normally travel to Aba or Lagos during holiday period to go and hustle. But along the process, there was this need to struggle, to become an entrepreneur, to become something good, to help oneself survive.
I started with one machine. So from there, as time is going, and I was able to get more.
The operational scale of some of these tailors and their confirmed daily returns are clear indication that aspiring to be in monthly government payroll no longer crosses their minds.
Here in Aba, because of what we are doing, going out to look for job is almost in existence. Because we are even looking for workers. So we can't be looking for workers and you are complaining there is no job.
I don't think there's any amount they'll pay me. I'll abandon this because I know what I'm getting from there. Government, I have to wait for 1 month before I receive my salary, right?
In those days, we normally call it horticultural stage, where people were only merely surviving, producing just to eat and survive. But now, tailors are no longer working just to survive. Tailors are now working to buy land, build houses, marry their wives, train their children, take good care of their families and all that.
I got married through the job. I have 5 children. It is what I have been using to feed them, and the ones in school is from here.
Interestingly, different levels of academic institutions have also inculcated entrepreneurship and skill development in their curriculum to prepare young graduates in eventualities of lack of white-collar jobs.
Most schools and a lot of non-governmental organizations are already empowering students. Not only when they graduate, you see them giving them grants, like what happened in this school here. More than 100 students who graduated last year were given 1 million each by the governor as a grant, for them to take off. And how would they put these grants into use? It's only when they have been empowered by a particular skill, and that skill will now enable them to be entrepreneurs to go into the society.
The truth remains that for rapid economic growth in Nigeria, conscious efforts should be geared towards harnessing the full potential in the informal sector, which drives the economy of many developed countries.
Yes, sir. This is okay, Kimono. And we come for tell no say when I say we so no. Oh. What is wrong with the human race? What a hurry feeling laughing in a fast pace when everything of this time and season. So tell me, my youth, what is the reason? When you pull another down, one fist still in crown, and you walk round town feeling like it. You must have think way down when you throw them crowns. Remember royalty, no struggle for stardom. When I sell my stone, I go sell out my soul. Rasta far away alone, I die. No, and I sell my stone, I go sell my soul, sticking to the precepts and ways of old. Sell my stone, I go sell my soul. Rastafari away alone, I died. But no, and I go sell my soul. Praying upon the innocence of little youth man them. Tell me how will you feel when you find out, say, how your best friend around your little picnic in a corner, such a disaster. What is good for the good, sweet for the ganda? So you feel the pain now, you call the propaganda. You're putting up a drama, you feel you're smarter. Forgetting, say you must pay your karma. Can't sell me soul, I go sell me soul. Rasta far away alone, I die. Me know, I'm gonna sell me soul, I go sell me soul. Sticking to the precepts and ways of old. Sell my soul, I sell my soul. Rasta far away alone, I die. Me know I'm gonna sell my soul, I'm gonna sell out my soul. Give me solo, yeah. Listen, slow and steady wins the race. Consistency is the name of the game that brings out the faith. Don't get caught up in a Babylon business. Stay conscious, not envy nobody's business. Steadily grinding, edifying, Rastafari works. Cause every soldier definitely must get rewards. Up for living is a must and we preach it. Days of little beginnings is the greatest. All the laws of life that take its course. Keep on believing, cause the blessings are gonna come. Now sell my soul, now sell my soul. Rasta far away alone, I died, but no. When I sell my soul, I go sell out my soul. Sticking to the precepts and ways of old. Sell my soul, I go sell my soul. Rasta far away alone, I died, but no. When I sell, I go sell out my soul. Me not sell, no. Never sell, no. Me not sell, no. When I sell my soul. Me not sell my soul. Me not sell my soul. Vaya. We are first starting. Yes, I. This is all get come on now. I'ma send my love on the bad. Big ups, man.
You're on.
Yeah, man.
Top in the Babylon business, you understand that?
Woo.
Yes, sir.
Woo.
Stay clean.
Yay. Yeah, more. Yeah, more. Okay, kimono in the building. You know, nothing gives me so much pride as to say very proudly that I am a Nigerian. And it's because of the kind of people I find myself in the company of today. Starting with Alhaji Jamil, my brother, Dr. Joachim, my darling sister, Oge Kumono, who is taking after her great father, the amazing daughter of a great man. Well, Oge is here today. She'll be joining us after her performance. Okay, she's already here. Yay! Okay, but Oge's got a profile. Let's see her profile. Okay, now we've centered Oge Kimono very precisely. She's with us now, but we'll spend some time in Lagos. We'll do that quickly. And we're talking about that special rhythm and rhyme of entertainment, all Nigerians. What a nice time to do a thing like that. Lagos, please take it from here.
If music be the food of love, play on. These timeless words by William Shakespeare continue to resonate in a country where music has become one of its strongest cultural exports. From the streets of Lagos to international arenas, Nigerian music has evolved beyond entertainment into a powerful tool of expression, identity, and economic empowerment. Through creativity and innovation, Nigerian artists have taken Afrobeat to the global stage, earning recognition and reshaping perceptions about the country.
Without music, there's nothing like Nollywood. There's nothing like Hollywood or Nollywood or Bollywood. So they walk along with music from Adams, from onset. Because I could remember when I joined theater, that was 1981, 82, 83, when I joined Lagos State Theater Group. But then, you can't be an actor, or you cannot be acting. You must know how to dance. You must know how to sing. Then, because that music and acting goes together.
Storytelling evolves, and now storytelling is affected by the environment, affected by social media, affected by perception, affected. Then people had time to sit down and ask elders questions. Now you don't ask questions again.
Yet, behind the global acclaim lies a story of resilience, faced with inadequate infrastructure and limited institutional support. Many artists built their careers through determination and self-belief, turning challenges into opportunities and transforming local sound into a worldwide phenomenon.
You can't jump into music industry without passing through some certain things. Firstly, you must have that talent, music talent. Secondly, you must work with veteran musicians before you can get there. Maybe you have to join a band, then you must join a band. You must learn music. Secondly, you must know how to play one instrument, either percussions or keyboard, guitar, sax, whatever, or any of the percussions. You must learn how to play it in the olden days.
For many young Nigerians, the success of the music industry represents more than fame and fortune. It offers hope and possibility in a challenging economic environment, proving that talent and creativity can provide pathways to growth, self-expression, and financial independence.
Just imagine that Nigeria was at the World Cup. You know, Burna Boy and Shakira are singing at the World Cup. Just imagine the Nigerian team was there and then the national anthem of Nigeria We Healthy was sung. Wouldn't you be so proud that your head will explode? That's what it does. So it's impacting on the youth because it's now creating opportunities for creativity. It's now creating unhindered access to thoughts. It could be imaginary, it could be experiential, it could be that I heard some other person's music and I am trying to recreate that using my own words, nuances.
Today, the impact of Nigeria's creative industry extends far beyond the artists themselves. Producers, dancers, videographers, stylists, promoters, and digital content creators continue to benefit from an ecosystem that has become a significant contributor to livelihoods and cultural influence, both at home and abroad.
The music industry, if you like, Afrobeat and in Nollywood, we all can agree that they are the chief drivers of our continental and global soft power. And of course, we have joined us in the studio, Oge Kimono. So we're going to pick up this conversation with her. Oge, now we know that the industry is presently, roughly worth about $10.8 billion, and it is projected to reach $13.6 billion by 2028. Now, from conversation with you, you say we can even earn more if we have better structure.
Yes.
Enlighten us further.
So, what we see in the entertainment industry has been the collective and individual efforts of entertainers who are resilient, who are dogged, who have seen their dream and are in pursuit of that dream. From the inception, there was no government involvement in it. There was no government support. There was no government structure. For all we care, or for all we remember, back in the days, the musicians who were running the waves at the time, every now and then their music would get banned, because the government is not exactly interested in listening to what they have to say, especially when they are speaking about the travails of the masses. It's interesting that you're calling these figures, and like I said, I believe that there is opportunity for us to earn more than that, if only things were properly structured. Behind the cameras, we were talking about it, and I mentioned to you that living out in Europe for a bit, it's so structured and organized in their society that you can't even come out and say you're a musician without being registered on the Musicians Association. In Germany then, it's still the GEMA, there is no way you call yourself a performing musician who earns a living from entertainment music, and you're not registered to any association, because what happens is that these associations are the ones that now interface with the government, and then bring the plight of the entertainers to the front burner, where government now pays particular attention to what it is, because at the end of the day, it is all part of the economy. You cannot say, oh, we're leaving entertainment to focus on mines and mineral resources. This is all what makes the economy. So I feel like government can give more attention to the entertainment sector, because if we're dealing with these figures, we just might be raking in more money than the oil itself.
Interesting.
Okay, that's so well said. Okay, very interesting indeed. We came from Aba, where that's already $1 million.
Interestingly,
yes.
I grew up in Aba.
Oh, amazing. Little wonder you can make something from little or nothing.
Interestingly.
But I'm very excited whenever I see you perform.
Yeah.
I know that things in the entertainment industry are not as easy as they ought or as this overseas.
Right.
But talent, raw talent can hide. And many who have talent such as yours are making waves.
Right.
So it's our hope that those who have had it hard fought will now be the ones that we create the enabling environment for those coming after them. Let me talk to Alhaji Jami. Alhaji Jami, you know, Nigerians were smiling from ear to ear when we saw Burna Boy and Shakira and of course Davido on the world stage. This is not the first time. I know more and more of that is going to happen. And of course, it speaks to the tenacious spirit of the typical Nigerian. Now we're talking about our music and how these entertainers are role modeling themselves in a way that they are an inspiration to our youths. If they can go to FIFA and perform, even though the Super Eagles is not there, it means Nigerian entertainers are big business. So how now will their style, will their character, will their behavioral pursuits, with their patriotism, how can we utilize it to impact Nigerians and the youths who we need to hold strongly now because they are the leaders that Nigeria is going to platform a lot of responsibility on?
Well, you know, a lot of people look up to these stars because most of them, you know, they came from backgrounds that were not humble backgrounds and they now rose to the top in a short period of time. So the government reaches out to them and the government has created an enabling environment for them to prosper. You know, we have the Minister of Arts and Culture, Mr. Anatu Musawa. She has been going around, you know, doing a lot of work to try to like connect this, the youth with these stars to make sure they speak out and say more in favor of like the ideals that we want promoted in Nigeria. You see, a lot of times, you know, but the government has been saddled with so many responsibilities, and unfortunately, as I said earlier on, people are not really paying attention to what this government is doing. Government has actually created grants that they give out, you know, for the movie industry and like entertainment industry, so that they can promote, because this is one of the most important things that we as a government have to do. We are so proud of Nollywood. We are so proud of our musicians and entertainment. Recently, you know, my portfolio is I'm the senior special assistant on linguistics and foreign matters. So I was more or less focused on creating a language bureau in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and I've completed that now. So I'm putting my focus now more into the foreign aspect of how we can link our people, the stars that you mentioned, the entertainment, to promote us not just in Nigeria, actually outside, so that people can see what Nigerian society is made of. So I'm going to do a lot of work in terms of coordinating with people like stars and the music industry abroad and link them up, which is under my portfolio, which is foreign matters, so that we can listen to what she was saying. We'll get some of the ideas on how the German society was able to bring in this informal sector and into this sector of entertainment and make the focus of the government, so that we can use it to generate more income and actually, you know, do more promotion of the ideals we want in Nigeria, which is the patriotism and all of that. So in the next couple of weeks and months, I'm going to be spending.
But before we go out, how do you get them to meet them? They are role models. People like idolize them. Shouldn't our youths have like meets this stakeholders engagement? It would be nice to start it from the home before we now go out.
Yes, all of that is all going to be, you know, done together.
It's part of the plan.
It's part of the plan because the government is going to really reach out more and more. The government is doing a lot, but you know, Nigerians, when you want to just look at something as the cup is half empty,
I know Nigerians
you
are great people.
Well, not all Nigerians, but the people, you know, the thing about it that the great people that see that the cup is half full, they are quiet. And the ones that think that the cup is half empty, they are shouting. So if one or two people are shouting and the remaining 8 people are quiet and they are appreciative, then the ones that are shouting will now be like as if their own view is the dominant view. And as we all know, perception is greater than reality.
So in essence, we need to celebrate our gains more often.
We need to celebrate our gains. We need to double our efforts.
Now let me come back to Doctor. You know, earlier on we were talking about people moving to South Africa for looking for a greener pasture and all of that. By the way, they played against Mexico in their opener, and then many Nigerians and indeed the entire Africa was rooting for them. You know why? Because they wanted them to lose so that they can go back and protect their jobs in South Africa. Well, that's a joke. and by the way, we have a system that is working. We earlier feature we saw somebody saying that there is job. They are looking for people to employ. Yes. Now, shouldn't Nigerians begin to look towards moving to places like Aba, understanding their system, adapting their system so that everybody can have one or two things to do? Because I know in Igbo land there is a system that's apprenticeship system that works for them. It is called something like
Iba boy.
Thank you very much. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, you see, when you talk about people going to Aba to see what is happening there, you know, often something has to propel. There must be a trigger for entrepreneurship. You know, most of those people in Aba are entrepreneurs, and some of them started that with little or nothing. By when you don't have anything, and when you are young, very young, your uncle or your father, depending, or your mother can take you to a more successful person, and maybe your village during the festive period like Christmas, and plead with him to take you on. You come and live with him and learn the trade. You stay there for maybe 5 to 8 years. You learn the intricacies of that trade. And then the guy will be gracious enough. He doesn't give you all the money. He can give you 2 million, can give you 3 million, can give you 5 million. You know, it becomes a seed money. And you need a lot of discipline to manage it. If you don't have discipline, you filter it away. So anybody who has gone through that process and is able to succeed, the person is a hero. So that is the thing. So when you look at all these guys doing, they make a lot of sacrifice. So Aba is the governor. We have the last government in Abia, and the second the government here, Uji, have tried to build a structure around that. So even in Anambra, you see that there's a structure, you know, the southeastern states, because they see that system is resilient and it has been able to support many households and many communities, because you find the prominent people you find. You know, making money through politics is a later day event. Before it's not like that. You have entrepreneurs who are millionaires, who made their money by diligence, by hard work. You know, they are the ones that call the shots. But the politicians call the shots because the politicians are the millionaires. You know, so, but I don't think that thing is really depressing or making people, disillusioning people from continuing with that. So it's something, it's a model other Nigerians, other states can also learn from, but there is an element of, there must be that trust, and you don't just bring somebody who you do not trust or who you cannot trace to come and but people are learning it, and I've learned that even in Lagos, I met people you have Igbo people who are working with Northerners. They said these guys, some of these Northerners came and said, Oga, please, can I serve you? Yes, can I be involved? Yeah. So they said at the end of the period, they settled them, and they're also doing well. That is spreading. So they're scaling it. So it's something government can come in and see how it can scale. I know Professor Soludo in Anambra is trying to do something like that, but I've not followed up to know actually where he has reached on that.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Joachim.
The statement you made that why don't people move to Aba, right? That's what you said, right? Well, before we can move to Aba, we have to all see ourselves as one people. Up to now, we're still in the process of turning ourselves from a country to a nation. To become a nation, we have to believe that I'm a Nigerian and I can actually go to Aba, you know, and I can live there and I can feel comfortable being from there. So that's a very big jump now, and that's what this government is trying to do, trying to force people to come together, trying to force people to see themselves as one. We are hoping that a day will come when somebody can live in Aba for 10 years and even run for mayor over there or run for governor over there. You know,
I would love to see that.
Because that is exactly, because you see, when God created Nigeria, made us different and all of that, that difference is our wealth. But you know, the reason why we have not been able to get to become a wealthy nation is because we have not been able to break the obstacles the hurdles between where we are and where we ought to be, our potential and our current situation. And for us to actually embrace that diversity, that is the challenge. If we can find a formula on which we can use to get to that promised land.
And I'm sure you have some of these formulas.
Okay.
But Thelma,
Thank you
take
so
us
much,
to
Dr.
where-
Jamiu. Great listening to you, listening to Dr. Joachim. Alhaji Jamiu, Dr. Joachim, and my darling, beautiful sister, very talented, multi-skilled, Oge Kimono. You know, yesterday, on Friday, amidst the president's speech, he did say this is not a time to cast aspersion or blame. No time for blame game. Let us instead celebrate those things that unify us, like we're doing here today. East, west, north, south, we are all together. And amazingly, Nigerians are sending word that we love your show. It is often a reality check. You say the good, the bad, and sometimes the ugly. And guess what? There's more of that after we take our second break on Weekend. Nigeria, indeed, we hail thee. Don't go away.
Let us move forward together, rejecting division, cynicism, and despair, embracing unity, hope, and confidence. Let us build a Nigeria united by a common purpose, strengthened by diversity, where justice is accessible, liberty is secure, and opportunity is abundant.
I say you be my man, and I will be your woman every day. I say yeah, you will be my man. I say yeah. Hey, you won't go. I wanna be your woman every day. I say yeah, you be my man, and I will be your woman every day. Say you be my man, and I will be your woman every day. Say you will be my man, and I will be your woman every day. I say I will be your woman, yeah. Hey. woman every day.
All right, I love that beat. Be my man, I'll be a woman every day. You know, it's a good vibe. Of course, my wife will be very interested in this song, especially if I sing it to her. Anyways, moving on with the show, you know, in Nigeria, whatever situation we find ourselves, there's always, especially those negative moments, those misfortune that we encounter in life, Nigerians would always find a way to, you know, weave humor around it. And of course, some people say that if Nigerians stop to laugh, you should be worried. How true is that statement? Let's take this next story.
In Nigeria, they say, when a Nigerian stops laughing, you should be worried. In Benin, that joke hits differently.
A colleague of mine said something funny about his past relationship, that what his ex-girlfriend did to him. So it was so funny. That's what made us laugh.
Samui, as this sun shine rich, you carry Morocco for mouth, you dey smoke. Samui, your hand where you take the pound Morocco, smell am when I know they smell. Mommy, they smell, they smell. And your mate hand they smell money, you dey smell.
Here in Benin, laughter is not just luxury. It is a means of survival, slipping past the surface and settling deep in the soul with a quiet, comforting effect.
Don't worry, let me just pack it. We're gonna flex. Flex.
What money can do, necessarily laughter can do it. What respect or influence can do, laughter can again do it. But laughter can help in ways that ameliorate the pressure that either economic or political, cultural, whatever family experiences could put on you.
Daily life comes with its own pressures. Economic realities shift. People work from dawn to dusk, yet the rhythm never breaks. They keep moving about their daily activities almost carefree, making a joke of every situation.
Where you Batman at the kindness do?
From stand-up stages to few seconds upload of different types of comedy, told on different social media platforms.
Laughing at something that should make one angry is a coping mechanism. And for me, I do that a lot, especially when I see that my anger at that particular time will not be productive.
Their content reflects real life situations, turning every phone into.
You know what Gary be now? Gary now. That year, Gary, if they say you want to go buy Gary, you the dodge for night. Because it like not poor man food. But now Gary na luxury.
Walk through Benin and you would hear a serious plight reduced to a common comic piece. This is not about ignoring reality. It is about refusing to be weighed down. When things get tough, humor becomes a way to take back a bit of control. No wonder people say if Nigerians stop laughing, one should be worried.
Okay, thank you.
The miracle is not the struggle. It is in how people still find reasons to laugh through it. And as long as that laughter leaves, it carries along a resurgence and restoration that seemingly breaks through every barrier, healing and rebuilding.
Amazing, very in-depth there from NTA Benin. And amongst the things that the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said when we all listened attentively on Friday, he said, Nigeria, let's renew our covenant. He said, let the labors of our heroes past not be in vain. Let this government by the people, for the people, not perish in the land. And I think that amidst all of that, some of us have been taking notice of that, and those of us who were not are taking notice now. But one of our sisters here, Oge specifically, wants more women to smile. She wants them to laugh. If they cannot come and watch her perform at her shows, or sometimes they don't watch Weekend Do when she's performing, she's taking laughter and love to them in various spaces. One particular place where you have been going to is the marketplace. What do you find when we go there? What even kindled your interest in going there?
So going to the market spurred up from thinking of what my father would do if he were to be alive, you know, at the time. We started the market visitation last year, and we started on in the month of June like this, you know. It was my father's memorial, and I was thinking, if Kimono was alive, what would he do, you know, to reach out to the masses, you know, to give them succor, you know, because I mean, if we go out, to be honest, the temperature of the nation right now, it's really not so appealing to a lot of people. There is hardship, there is starvation, you know. So I thought one way that we could ease the pressure of the masses, you know, would be to take music to them, you know. Those people that cannot afford to go watch concerts and pay the thousands of nairas to get a ticket to go in and see an artist, you know, let's take it to them in the market, you know. So my friends and I, you know, we'll put our monies together, and then we'll take our sound, we take our band to the market. We set up, you know, of course, with the permission of the government agency, which is the Abuja Markets Management, you know. And we go there, we set up, we perform. The market people, they have a wonderful time, you know, because it's not something that they're used to, you know. At that point, you get to see the humanness in them, so to say, you know. People let their troubles down and they just dance and vibe. We've had it under the rain. People left their shops and came out and danced under the rain, you know, because they're just looking for an outlet to just, you know, it just ease off stress and tension, you know. So that's what we do in the market. And it's not just about the enjoyment or the laughter or the release. It's also educative. What do we do with these people? Before we give them the little gifts we come with, you know, we engage them in meaningful conversations, you know. If you are in a market space, we expect you to know things like your market manager, because the market is actually structured. They have the market managers, they have secretaries, they have different offices, yeah. So if you say you trade in this market, what do you know about your market? Who is the chairman of your market? When you have, who do you go to lay your complaints to? So it's not just enough that you are trading in market. It's also important that you know who you can take your troubles to when you are in the market. That's good
citizenship.
Oh, yes.
And trust me, this is quite impressive in the sense that you're not only entertaining them, you're also educating them, enlightening them on issues that ordinarily they should be aware of. Of course, you know, it's for me in the theater, we often say we take theater to the people, not people coming to the theater. So you're taking music to the people. Impactful movement there. Now, coming back to you, Oge is playing a role as an individual to tell people about some basic things that they need to know about their environment. Now, what further roles should individuals, especially Nigerians, you know, embark on to ensuring that they continue to add value to the greater good of Nigeria, or for the greater good of Nigeria?
Well, Nigerians, you know, have to do something that I always say this all the time. The President of the United States, John Kennedy, told his people in 1960s that don't think about what your country can do for you. Think about what you can do for your country. Nigerians have to, at this point, think about how they can give back to this country. And not just, even if your audience is one person, pass the right message. When my father and my mother came out and they actually sacrificed themselves for democracy, they could have played another role. They could have just, because the military government offered to pay my father the $250 million they spent on his campaign, and to even add $200 million on top for him. My father said he wasn't going to accept it. And when they arrested him, the General Sani Abacha sent people to my mother 4 or 5 times before it finally decided that they would just kill her because she wasn't going to take money from them, you know. And the reason why she did that was because it's not about you as an individual, it's about the people as a people. You know, even if you solve the problem of one person, yourself, and you think that you're comfortable, your neighbor is not comfortable, who is going to end up kidnapping your children? You see, I don't know how some people think, you know. Every day, if you go to like Jamil Languages, that is my Facebook account, you see that I always write moral stories.
But Alhaji Jamiu, what do you tell some people who feel disillusioned, who feel that they are not being done, you know, well, the government is not trying on their own part in that way, there's nothing they should contribute? What message do you have for such kind of people? Knowing fully that you say you do not think about what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
No, a lot of people. A lot of people that actually think that the government is not doing enough for them. As I told you before, people have their different experiences, and you mentioned that as well. And those experiences actually have an impact on how people think. But people have to keep in mind, you know, my first book I wrote was called Realistic Hopes. And the reason why I wrote and I gave that title was because realistic hopes means you should have hopes that are realistic. If you expect too much from somebody, you're always going to be disappointed by the person. The government is not just a government that's like a baby that was born today and it starts counting from that day. A government is a government that is inherited from another government. So at the end of the day, a government is as good as the government before it and the government before the government before it. So, but you see, this is something that is going to take some time. We have to keep engaging the people. But nonetheless, you know, the pain that people feel, government is aware of it, and government is going to keep doubling the effort. And that's one good thing about Mr. President, you know. If you notice some policy changes he made it because he heard feedback from people and he quickly tapped on it. So definitely, we will just keep appealing to people to be patient, and whatever problems they have, we will try to solve it as a government. You know, that's why when the subsidy was removed, the government targeted 15 million households immediately to be getting direct cash, you know, because at the end of the day, we know that when people get depressed, they will become negative. And we want to be solving the basic problems, you know.
Okay. Thank you, Alhaji Jamiu. Thank you so much. You know, the most, one very important thing is that Nigerians are watching. We are all Nigerians, so our fellow patriots are watching and they are checking in with us to say, well done. They say, as Nigerians, you have spoken well. Chief Ochai Oji is saying, I thank you all for sharing your experience. He says that he also agrees that no great country can be built to stand on a solid foundation without enormous sacrifices. And the level of sacrifice from individuals will not be the same. So some will pay very high price, some others little, maybe some others none. But in all, we know, like the president said, we renew that covenant that makes us one indivisible people. Nigeria. Thank you, Chief Ochai from Plateau. Let's listen to Aliyu Garba from Jos. He says, Nigeria is a great country, and there's always time to celebrate it. Democracy Day is a good time, but each Nigerian should celebrate Nigeria every day. Just by saying it, it leaves a positive vibe around people, irrespective of religion or ethnicity, and that makes us grow stronger and develop. Thank you very much, Aliyu Garba. Someone says, I love your show. You keep it real. We don't know your name. Tell us who you are. Thank you very much. Okay, let me just take 2 more. I will take 2 more. Thank you for your time. Someone says democracy in Nigeria is a great time to celebrate, to shake off whatever chains are still holding us. We say we're tenacious people. Let's keep forging ahead. Let's work hard and work smart. Let us support government and the security agencies. And when we see something, let us say something. He speaks about governance and corruption and says if we truly are patriotic people, there should be no little or no corruption at any level. And it starts from us as people even before we attain positions, either elected or appointed. Okay, someone says that Nigerians must continue to work together and stay together. And they thank NTA for speaking out and about every time on our #1 weekend show, Weekend. We thank you. Let us know your name and where you are reaching us from. God indeed bless Nigeria.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this one. Big tune from the legendary Robert Up Master, Raskimono. And we come for your question. Hey, what I want in this your country? Hey, what I want in this your nation? Ask them one more time. What I want in this your country? I mean, I know what I want in this your nation. Zawalale, zawalale, lale, zawalale, zawalale, lale. What a fake one, what a fake one. Man and woman can't get no food to eat. What a fake one, what a fake one. All the people are them are ready for murder. What a fake one, what a fake one. All the masses are them are running for cover. What a fake one, what a fake one. All the children them are all laughing, mama. What a one in this country. Hey, hey, what a one in this nation. Ask them one more time. What a one in this country. I mean, don't know what a one in this nation. Zawalale, zawalale, lale, zawalale, zawalale, lale. What a fake one, what a fake one. Enough starvation in this your nation. Enough for killing in this your country. No place to sleep and no work to do. No money to spend and no food to eat. So, what a fake one, what a fake one. Teacher and student in a sexual attraction. What a fake one, what a fake one. Of starvation in this your nation. Of killing in this your country. Each and every man them a all fi murder. They love how you skank, Mr. Strength. What's it? What a man in this your country. What a man in this your nation. Ask them what a man in this your country. Come and not know what a man in this your nation.
Okay, that was amazing. That's totally amazing. You know that I didn't know how delightful raga reggae music could be till I touch base with you. You do it in such a phenomenal way.
Thank you.
Always delightful to have you on Weekend Delve. You know, Pap has been gone now 8 years, and every year you do something phenomenal to remember him.
Absolutely.
Tell us about this year.
This year will not be anything different from what we've been doing. I believe that it is upon us, you know, to celebrate our legends, celebrate the people who have told the path before us, who had laid their backs for us to walk, you know. And today we'll be celebrating Raskimono in a very intimately curated way, you know, where people come to experience him through his music, through pictures, memories, you know, his personal memorabilia. Yes. That's a long word.
Yeah, you do
anyway, so, you know, and we're having this today, this evening by 6 p.m., you know, right at the Bikers Clubhouse, you know, which is somewhere not too far from us here around Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4, behind Abuja Continental Hotel. And it will be a very, very intimate, you know, event where we have pieces of Kimono's personal items, you know, used to decorate the place. You get to learn about him, you get to touch things that he has
held, such things will be this whistle, which is from the 80s, so it's going to be a wonderful evening of celebration.
Sweet, like something that we ought not to miss. But tell me, were Papa to say a word, he's looking down on you for sure. Absolutely. In fact, he's the wind in your wings. Yeah. Were he to say a word about all Oge has been doing for the last 8 years, or a word or a phrase or a sentence, what do you think it will be?
It will say me proud.
Oh, me proud more. Amazing.
Me proud, yeah.
Amazing. I mean, that's so emotional. Okay, Sule, take it away.
Thank you. Wonderful conversation there. Very brief, but very informative. And I know a lot of Nigerians. You say it's going to be intimate, and trust me, I'm very sure a lot of Nigerians will find their way there. So as we wrap up the show, your final words, especially as we continue to make effort to make this country better.
Does she go back?
Okay. Final word is for us to be very grateful to God for what we have. I am Muslim, but I'm sure that even for Christians, there's a part in the Bible that actually aligns with what I'm about to say right now. In the Quran, God says, La in shakartum, la azidanakum. And the meaning of that is that if you are grateful, what I've given you will be increased. Gratitude brings more favors. I don't think it's right for us to keep running ourselves down. We should find a way, a common ground, to give ourselves encouragement, to stand with each other, and to be patient, and to also realize that whatever is happening here is not unique. The whole world is experiencing what the whole world never expected to experience.
Okay, definitely. It's not just the situation we are, confronted with in Nigeria. It's not just peculiar to Nigeria. Other people have their own challenges in a different way. Doctor?
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, now we're talking about Democracy Day. Very soon now we'll do Nigerian independence. We'll do a lot of things which are national memorials. We'll remember all those things. So I think Nigerians, we say, Nigeria will hail thee. Nigeria will salute you. So there is the need for us to continue to be obedient to what our laws says. Let us continue to do what is right, what is morally right. You can argue constitution. Yes, constitution cannot be moral. Of course, our constitution cannot be moral, but let's continue to do what is right. If you are in the judiciary, do what is right.
To respect the rule of law,
Yes.
very important.
Yeah, very
I want to
important.
ask Oge a question. Some people are bleeding in a particularly uncommon way, and we can't really put adequate words to it. Speak as a woman to Nigerians
As we
in
wrap
that
up.
regard, as we wrap up the show.
What do I say? It's heavy, as a mother, one of my biggest fear would be to wake up one day and hear that my kid, is missing. That would kill me. That would tear me apart. And for the people going through this tumultuous time right now, I words will not be enough to console. Words will not be enough to compare to the gravity of what it is that they're facing emotionally right now. But what I can say is,
calm down.
The Most High will comfort you. Yeah, the Most High will give you strength. The Most High would strengthen you. But then again, every Nigerian, it is on us, to be aware of our environments. If you see something, say something. Don't be
Powerful
quiet.
way to wrap up the
See
show.
something,
See something, say something. Velma?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you. Nigeria, we hail thee. We love each other. Unity will strengthen us. God bless us all. Rita, you have something powerful. Take it away.
Nigeria, my sweet country, Nigeria. Nigeria, my sweet country, Nigeria. Nigeria, my sweet country, Nigeria. We have gone through many trials and came out strong. We have fought so many battles and conquered all. We have gone through many struggles, yet we stand tall. We have been divided them so many times, yet we are still one. No matter what happens, Nigeria is the best. No matter the situation, Nigeria is the best. No matter what we go through, we must surely conquer all. Because we are strong, Nigeria is so strong. Because we are blessed, Nigeria is so blessed. The land is green, oh, the land is fertile. I love my Nigeria, Nigeria, my sweet country. No matter what happens, Nigeria, my sweet country. Nigeria is the best. Nigeria, my sweet country. Nigeria, good people, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. Even in diaspora, Nigeria, my sweet country. I love my Nigeria, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. Nigeria, wonderful people, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. Beautiful Nigeria, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. I believe in Nigeria, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. Nigeria is the best. Nigeria, my sweet country. No matter what happens, Nigeria, my sweet country. Rest in Nigeria, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. Nigeria, good people, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. Even in diaspora, Nigeria, my sweet country, oh. I love my Nigeria, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. I love my green and white. Nigeria, my sweet country. Nigeria, black is beautiful, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. Green is fertile. Nigeria, my sweet country. I love my Nigeria, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. Wonderful people, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. Beautiful Nigeria, Nigeria, my sweet country. Invest in Nigeria, oh. Nigeria, my sweet country. I love my green and white. Nigeria, my sweet country. Oh, Nigeria, Nigeria, my sweet country. No matter what happens, Nigeria, my sweet country. Nigeria, Nigeria, my sweet country.